African woman. How are you today? I heard something that is devastating my heart. You want to hear? Come. It's so heartbroken that I don't want someone else to hear it, but it's good you hear. I heard there is a woman that had 4 kids, and 3 out of those kids doesn't belong to the husband. I mean, the husband she is living with right now. What? Did you say you have the same issue? No, I can't believe this. African woman, that's who you are. How could you? I mean, what really transpired? What happened? What are you trying to say? Your man, and he did what? Is that enough reason for you to have other kids that is not from him, yet you are living inside the house with him? You are still married to him, living together. What did he do? What is that thing that he did that so much made you to devalue yourself? Do you know who we are talking about? You are an African woman. You have so much prestige, you have so much integrity, you have so much value. You can't devalue it now. You can't. How could you? Why would you? Are you thinking of tomorrow? Do you know these kids will know one day? What will you do? What excuse will you give an African woman? I'm asking you, what excuse will you give? A true African woman will never allow any man, rather than his husband, to touch her. I can't even believe. I mean, another man touching you? When did you become that loose? When did you, African woman? You are beautifully endowed. You have this value. You love yourself. You carry yourself. Being in a home, you're married to another man, and you allow another man to touch you. When? When did you become that loose like other women out there? An African woman will never get that loose. I am telling you. No, I am telling you to look inside of yourself. Yes, a real African woman will never allow another man, rather than his husband, her husband, to touch her. Your body is unique. Your body is beautiful. Your body is adorned with this sensitivity that no man can touch you rather than your husband. Come to think of it, if those kids grow up, what will you tell them? You did not adopt them, for crying out loud. If you had wanted adoption, you will speak with your husband. But how will you adopt when he has pregnated you once, twice, but the rest of the kids are not his? You think he doesn't know? Really? I'm telling you. Each time an African woman is touched by another man that is not her husband, the men, they knew. They knew. Trust me. Sometimes they keep quiet. They just want peace to reign. But is your conscience dead? I just want you to know. Ask yourself, is your conscience dead? That you don't feel anything when another man touches you? African woman, when another man that is not your husband touches you. Please, if you are in it now, if you are still on it, you need to get out. Get out. Turn yourself back to yourself, to the real African woman that you are, and stick to your husband. I don't know. I don't even want to know what he did. I know he's devastating. I know he's hurting. But you can't because of what he has done, then you do worse. Allowing another person to touch you. Ooh, that's not who you are. Mm-mm. That's not the African woman. I want you to go back. I want you to know that you are an African woman. I want you to understand that you are much more than what is going on, what you are doing right now. Please, if you've not entered that realm of having other kids and you're just peddling around with other men, now it's time. Get out, get out, get out of it. Out. I'll tell yourself I'm an African woman. Dust yourself out and go back to your marriage. Go back to your husband. Allow him. Find it in your heart. If you can find it in your heart to allow another man that is not your husband to touch you, you can also find it in your heart to forgive him of whatever he has done and start touching you again. Please, for the sake of future. What you are doing to yourself now, you don't know what it will happen. What will happen to you tomorrow? You don't even know what it will do to you by the time you're older. You don't even know what will happen when those kids hear it. Time to change. Be the African woman that you ought to be.